Hi everyone. I have no clue why my screen is so small. I don't know what it will look like on YouTube, but Dee will be with us shortly. She's on her way home. Um, Hopefully it will look like this on YouTube. It's like this much of that. It's really weird. I've done everything I can to try to get it to expand. I have no idea what's going on. So let me get out of the ad. Okay, it actually looks normal on YouTube. I have no idea why my screen is like that. It's really weird. I'm glad it's not affected on YouTube. So I don't know. It's like the screen is like this, the box, but it's only showing my screen like in half of it. I don't know what I did. I'm in Chrome now. I was in Microsoft Edge, but on my end, it's really small and weird looking. So I don't know. And I think Dee is here. So let's bring her up.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Rushing like a maniac. We got a snowstorm. I'm trying to get back from the doctor so I could get here on time. And it took me a little longer than I thought. So hello everybody, sorry I'm late. Okay.
Well, I was a few minutes late myself because like I'm having this really weird problem on my end. Like, you know how normally when you enter StreamYard, your box, the view screen is kind of like wide angle?
Yeah.
Mine's half of it. It's showing like this big on my screen. I mean, it's like maybe 1.5 inches long. And I have no idea. I've tried to do everything possible to make it bigger, and I don't know what I did.
Wait 1 minute. You are my tech wizard. You need to figure this out in case it happens to me.
Well, it's showing normally on YouTube. That's the thing. It's showing normally, but on my phone it's not. So I have no idea what's going on.
Oh man, my ears. Hi everybody. I see everybody saying hello. Good blanket, hello everybody. I gotta catch my breath. I was literally like running through the house. My dogs had to go out. I'm like, I'm trying to do this, and of course I gotta pee. And so, so I'm here. I did it. I made it.
Well, I've only been live almost 3 minutes, so I'm right on it. So it's okay. It's not a big deal. But welcome in everybody. If you're watching the replay, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. If you're here with us currently, leave us a comment in the chat, hit the like button as well. We have Diana Crane, we have Sherry R, Gems by Anastasia. Anastasia, is that how you say your name? I had heard somebody say it different, and I think it's pronounced Anastasia, if I'm correct. And she does say
pronounce everybody's name wrong. I pronounce everybody's name wrong. They're used to my crazy head.
Yeah. Welcome in Sally Stevens, Kim G, Jessica Johnson, Demetra the Naked Snail, Flower Tammy, Kimberly Otterson, already said Flower Tammy, Dragon Cat, Ellen's Crochet, Grandma Wanda.
Hello, everybody.
Everybody. You say it right. Good. I thought it was Anastasia, but I was, I heard somebody say it. I think it was on Bridget's live. And I was like, is that how it's pronounced? But I looked it up and did the, when you type somebody's name and you put pronunciation behind it or pronunciation or whatever, and it pronounced it like that. So I was like, well, maybe I am saying it right. Welcome in, Noelle and Kirsten.
I say everybody's name wrong on a daily, so they're used to me, man. I am not good at it. And trying to figure out last names is the worst for me. Like the first names I'm usually okay with. It's the last names. I have a really hard time with that. You wouldn't think I would because I'm pretty intelligent, but I really have a hard time with last names. Back in the day, no problem. I had it. I'm an old lady now. My brain don't work. Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm so glad I made it. I was like, Mark, drive faster. He's like, we're in a snowstorm. I'm like, we're late.
No, No. Even if you were late, it's fine. Y'all don't need to hurry in a snowstorm.
Yeah,
Just
I
be
know,
silly.
but I don't like to disappoint. So I'm like, hurry,
You
hurry.
wouldn't. You wouldn't. You would get here eventually.
Yeah,
So,
maybe I wouldn't disappoint you, but I disappoint me for not being on time.
yeah, but we'll all understand circumstances given, snowstorm, quite a bit of ways away from home. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Everywhere we go is pretty far away from home. It's like we go like 4 towns over to a doctor. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a cruise to go anywhere around here. Which I like it that way. I like living out in the farm country. I really do. I really enjoy it. But getting anywhere to a Walmart's like an all day expedition. So
Well, me and Panhunter
how's
and
Meemaw doing? How's Meemaw doing? I'm sorry. We always talk over each other and it's because of the lag, guys. It's not
yeah.
intentional.
She's okay. She was on the mend. Now she sounds really terrible again. She's coughing more. Her
Oh boy.
eyes are draining some
Man,
liquid.
I hope she ain't got that flu. If she starts feeling congested, tell her to get her butt to the doctor because there's a bacterial
She did
pneumonia going
a
around.
video call with her doctor yesterday. He put her on some antibiotics, some really
Good,
strong antibiotics, and some eye drops. Uh,
good,
so yeah.
good. Yeah, me and Mark are at the doctor's. I mean, we wore masks and everything today because there's just so many flus and things
Mhm.
going around. I hate wearing masks, but
Yeah.
for obvious reasons, we all were stuck with them for years. But I hate wearing them. But in this case, it's like there's so many things going around right now. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Diana, I am so
Awesome.
glad we got that fixed out. She was shadow banned from my channel. And
Oh,
she's been a member of my channel since I started. Like she's been an OG, you know what I'm saying? And she was
yeah.
for no apparent reason. It
That
was
is so
weird.
weird.
Yeah, I gave her the number to YouTube and she called them and then all of a sudden she was there. So evidently they fixed it. I haven't had a chance to talk to her, but
If you have a phone number for YouTube, send
yes,
it to me because Jen's Hobby Nook has been having problems, not being shadow banned or anything, but she quit getting gifted memberships and she can't join anybody's channel.
wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll definitely remind me because how forgetful I am. Remind me after the
I will.
live and I'll send it over.
Because I had looked, the only way I found that you could contact YouTube was by a written letter. I found an address. I couldn't find a number anywhere. So that would
I
be
think
really helpful.
Yeah, I think Kirsten's the one that, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think she's the one that gave me that number. And
Okay.
I guess nobody has it, so that was very helpful.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened to Flower Tammy too. Kendra, you are so sweet. She messaged me and said she sent me something, won't tell me what it is.
Aw, that's an awesome little story, Anastasia. She says to tell you a secret between you and me and 24 other people. My name is actually Anna, but Anastasia has always been my favorite movie. After I got
Oh,
sober, I changed it as a treat to myself. Aw,
aw. I'm proud of you, Anastasia.
yes.
That's awesome.
Oh, it
I get,
happened to Flower Tammy too, I guess. She got shadow banned or something
yeah.
something like that.
Oh, Kirsten said she Googled it.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
she got the number. Yeah.
Well, and Grandma Wanda saying Lori Armchair Chef has having issues not seeing Shannon comments, but everyone else does. Mel, Lethaleya's little hook, she'll comment on videos, and I have to go under the video to the comments under the specific video to see her comment. It never shows up under actual comments in YouTube Studio at
I'm sorry,
all.
I was reading. Who is that you can't see?
Mel, Lethaleya's little hook.
Oh, yeah, she's been like that for a long time, too.
she needs to call YouTube too.
Yeah.
Because like when she enters the giveaway each month, I have to go to the giveaway video, go to the comments, and look for her comment.
That's terrible. She needs to call that number too.
Yeah.
Something's going on out there, you know? They did all their updates and all that kind of stuff, but I think there's a glitch because there's some
There is.
weird stuff going on. Yeah.
Oh, Diana says, took a bit to get the live to show, but I'm here now. Well, that's weird too.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. There's all kinds of weird glitches. And Sally says sometimes she's not able to comment on shorts. You know, I don't understand all the weird stuff that's going on, man. I mean, I'm
No,
technically
I
talented
do
as it is.
understand with the shorts, like if you're not, like I use Google Chrome to watch YouTube. I do not use the app at all in any way, shape, or form. So when I go to YouTube, I'm on Google Chrome and I always have to click desktop site so I can actually like a short and comment on it. Otherwise, if I'm on the
Oh,
mobile site, it will not give me an option to like or comment at all. So that might be part of the
there you
problem,
go.
Sally.
There you go. That might help you out, Sally.
Now, I
Blame
don't
it on
know
the
if you
weather
use the
going.
app, but that might be better to use Google Chrome and make sure you're on desktop site to be able to comment.
She says, I can like, but I just can't comment. And Great Granny C said, took me a while to get it to working as well. Ghost in the system. Yeah, it must be something, man. I couldn't comment on videos
Blame
for a
it on
few
the
months
weather
there,
and
and
global
then all
warming.
of a sudden it was fixed. I have no idea how it got fixed. Anastasia was blocked for a while too. Now she's fixed. Man, oh man, I don't know what is going on. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, Laura's Black Ministries. And the videos on the
Ellen
3
says,
minutes
I
are
don't
now
do
loaded
any
as
updates
shorts.
until at least 3 weeks after they roll out. Too many glitches. Yeah, I hardly ever do any updates because when I update something, it always messes up.
Yep.
So that's
And I
one reason
always
why I do
update. So maybe that's my problem. I always go ahead and do the update because I'm afraid it's going to mess up if I don't do the update. So I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah, because
Oh, it's
remember
on
when I
radio.
kept having problems with my mic and it would mute me? I had updated Google Chrome, and shortly after that, that's when it started happening. And then so I switched to using Microsoft Edge.
Yeah, I
And it
use Edge. I use Edge. Yeah. Wow.
aw,
For
thank you,
Canela.
Kendra.
And by the way, Krista, your Canela that I made you is on its way.
Aw, thank you so much. I'm so excited about that.
Well, I'm not real good at himagurumi yet, but I'm trying.
You do just fine. You
No,
do
girl.
just fine.
This one
If
here,
it has
this,
something that represents Canela, I'm excited. I'm
this
very excited.
flamingo, I'm glad. It's really cute. I hope you like it. Everybody thinks my little kitties look like mice, though. Do I have another one here? No, I think I give them all away. But this right here is a flamingo. If you can see, it's got these big long legs, and it's a flamingo.
Let me
Right?
make you bigger.
Okay. All right. So it's a flamingo. And it's got big long legs. This one right here was about the death of me. I'm not kidding you. Because of this section. This section, the way they worded it in the book, I'm starting to learn patterns, Crystal. And
Yes.
by doing these, I am learning how to do patterns. But this one threw me for a loop. I did the dragon one easier than I did this one. And the dragon has similar wings. You know, this is the dragon. And it has, well, they're different, but they're similar. You know, and he's got the little pointy on his tail and that, and the little head thing. But I did him easier than I did this flamingo. I really had trouble with this one. I know a lot of people are going out and getting the books ever since I started showing this. So if you guys figure out what the deal is with the flamingo, let me know, because I could not figure it out. I ended up looking at the picture and doing my own thing. you know, because that's how I crochet, right? I look at a picture, I go, oh, I can do that, and I'll figure it out. But man, oh man, this flamingo bout was a death of me, man. Holy cow. I
Well,
made it.
I told you, once you start doing them, you'll get the hang of it more and more. And
Yeah.
that's all you need is just a little bit of practice. And see, like my patterns, I have the abbreviations in there, but I write everything out, like one single crochet in first stitch, comma, two SC in next stitch. I write everything out. So it's a little more descriptive instead of one SC, comma, two SC, comma, one SC. You know, mine's more a little bit in depth descriptive, you know.
Well, I also heard, because like I said, I'm not a pattern reader, so this is really my first where I'm seriously trying to learn how to read a pattern, and that's why I picked these little bookmarks because I figured that amigurumi and bookmarks would be something small and something I wanted to learn anyway, and it has helped me a lot to learn how to read patterns. But this one had me stumped. But I hear a lot of people say that in some patterns, people don't write them correctly. And so you go along and you're like, the stitch count ain't right, or this or that's not right. And I'm thinking, oh, great. I'm trying to read patterns. And I don't know if it's right or not because people mess up,
Yeah.
But I
That's why
seriously think
whenever
the
I
one for
do
this
write
was
patterns,
messed up. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's okay. That was on me. That's when before I release a pattern to Ravelry, I always get people to test it.
Oh, that's
That's
a really
where
good idea. Why don't they do that for books?
I don't know. I don't know. Not
They freaking
everybody
help.
thinks along that lines, you know.
Oh,
Getting people to test out your patterns helps to work out any of the kinks you might have
that makes
in
perfect sense.
translating it from, see, I write everything by hand and then I type it up on my computer. There could be mistakes when you are looking at the paper that is correct, handwritten, but then when you type it up, there might be typos or
Yeah,
wrong stitch count. So that's where the testing always comes in handy. You know, it's helpful then.
yeah.
So yeah, but I still have 3 patterns I've got to write up that I've been slacking on, and I would like to get those done, within
You're
the
so
next month
talented,
or
Crystal.
year.
You're so talented. You inspire me. For real.
Wait
Like,
till you see on Thursday what I have crocheted. I'm
okay.
not going to show it here, but I will say what it is. And I know you're
Oh,
not
look at
big
her.
on
Look at her
science
teasing
fiction, but
us.
you should know, at least in passing, what it is. So I have been on a Star Trek kick. I've been watching this one series called Discovery. I have always loved Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I have always, when I was growing up, I remember my grandfather watching Next Generation with Jean-Luc Picard, and I,
Oh, yeah. I used to watch Star Trek and Next Generation. I watched all them, and then after a while, I just kind of quit watching. So I know that there's a lot more past that, but I
yeah,
just have never watched it. So
there's Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, which was one of my other favorites. I'm watching Discovery now, and they have 5 seasons. I just started season 4, and they have a newer series
Explore or
called,
something, isn't it?
huh?
Explore or something like that is the next one.
No, there was an Enterprise, a 4-season called Enterprise with
No, I mean after the one you're watching. The one you're watching now. Isn't there one after that as well?
Strange New Worlds.
Oh, okay. I was totally
That's
off.
the
Okay.
newest one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I sat down on Sunday and it took me a couple of hours and I crocheted. I could not find a pattern, for it, but I made it up. I didn't write it down because I could get copyrighted or, it's a trademark item.
Yeah.
But
I
this
know
is
what
just
you did.
my
You
personal,
did the Enterprise.
Yes, a little Enterprise.
I knew it.
Next generation Starship Enterprise. And I absolutely love how it turned out. And today I'm going to start trying to crochet a little Star Trek Voyager ship.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, Mark loves anything to do with space. Mark loves. Like he watches all the space. I can't even tell you how many times he's watched like a certain movie and it's about space. Like he'll watch it and watch it and watch it. He gets addicted to those things, and he loves anything to do with space. So, Star Trek, what's the one where the one guy got stranded and he had to live in the God, what is it called? It's gonna drive me nuts. And he had to grow his own food. He was eating
Oh,
potatoes.
yeah, with Matt Damon.
Yes. What is the name of that movie?
It's not Interstellar. Oh my God. And I love Matt Damon.
Me too. Shoot, I forget his name. But anyways, Mark watched that movie like at least once a week since I've known him. He
Yeah.
loves that movie, and there's like anything to do with space, Star Trek, Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Star Wars, anything to do with that stuff, Mark's all about it. And then Harry Potter. So if he's not
The
watching one or the
Martian.
other, yeah.
The Martian. It's called The Martian.
Martian, yep, that's exactly what it is. Yep. I bet you he watches that once a week.
Okay, so before we move on and keep talking, I want to acknowledge that Great Granny C gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Sally.
And she said that she watched Star Trek with William Shatner. So did I. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
did too.
Yeah.
I've seen that one. I've watched all the Star Trek series, except for Discovery, because this is my first time watching it, and I've been binging it like crazy.
What is the name of those on Star Trek? The little furry things. What were they called? Do you know where they went to that one?
I know what they are, but I can't. Fuzzles, maybe. I don't remember their names.
It's gonna drive me nuts until I remember. The little fuzzy critters.
They look like pom-poms.
Tribbles. Tribbles, that's what they are. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, the tribbles. I love them. Everybody's saying tribbles now. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't remember what the name of those were. I love those things. I thought they were funny.
I'm glad to hear that, Anastasia, that the house feels lighter.
The Trouble with Tribbles was the name of the episode.
Yes, I remember that now.
Why? What was the name of the episode?
Trouble with Tribbles.
Trouble with Tribbles. Well, no wonder we couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Couldn't spell right.
Anastasia says the flamingo is my favorite so far.
Okay, listen, I want to tell you. Well, I'm going to tell you this, but everybody that it affects, it's not going to be for a minute, okay? But I was going to surprise everybody, but I think I'm going to tell you so you know that eventually it's coming. Talia, my name Talia, has sent Katie and you and Mima all gifts to my house. Like she's in Canada, so she like sent it all in a big box, and also Kirsten and Ganni Joe and Zoila and like all my friends. Okay, so she gifted all my friends, which I thought was so incredibly kind. But the problem is I literally just sent packages to these people. And so I'm like, it's going to have to wait till next time I have a package because obviously I can't afford to keep doing, so y'all have something coming from Talia, just so that you know. And it's all beautiful, handmade. It's going to blow your mind. And literally, the things that she put in these things, I'm not going to tell you because I'll just ruin the whole surprise.
Yes, but please don't ruin the surprise.
Yeah, but Chris, I wanted to know, she put in your bag stuff for me, Ma, stuff for you, and then stuff for Katie. Is it okay if I send that all together?
Yes. I can send it to Katie.
Okay, you don't mind?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, she went to, like she's paying attention in the videos. She's so sweet, man. Paying attention to the videos and realized like who my friends were. And you know what I'm saying? She's sending stuff to all my friends. So I just want to tell you guys, I have it here, but it's going to have to wait until I have packages to send it because I can't afford, that plus my giveaways,
Yeah, I can understand that.
Katie, so you got a package coming from, I know, man. She gave me the most incredible Happy Meal. I'm going to do a video and show you guys mine, but she makes essential oil creams for your face, and she is incredible. She's a very talented lady. Yeah. Diana D's got some coming. Kirsten, Zoila, Ganni Joe, Mama G, Rusty, you, Katie, Patricia. I mean, she literally sent me, well, I can show you. Look at this, Crystal. You're not going to believe this box I got. And she sent it from Canada.
We're behind in the chat. Hello, all the new people. I'm going to get eventually to everybody's comment and welcome y'all in. Just give me just a few minutes.
This is what she sent me.
Good gosh.
Exactly. She sent me stuff. Yeah, she sent me stuff for all my friends. She sent me stuff to put in giveaways. She sent me stuff for myself, stuff for Mark. I mean, unbelievable kindness. So if you guys see Talia in chats anywhere, tell her what an incredibly kind person she is, because it just blows my mind. Honestly, wait till you see. That's all I can say. And the rest is a surprise, but wait till you see, guys. Wow. I know, Arrow. Isn't that incredible? So kind of her. So if you, like I said, if you see her in chats or whatever, thank her, because that, number one, the things that she made took a lot of time. I mean, we're not talking something throw together stuff. I mean, we're talking things that she made in there took time, and it was a very well thought out for each individual person thing. I was just blown away,
Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the chat real quick.
I'm sorry, I'm talking your ear off.
No.
I just wanted to tell you about that. Yeah.
I know we're getting behind, and I just wanted to read a couple of these comments that, like, Noelle says, I just completed my 4th AMI, and I am starting to understand patterns too, but not charts yet.
See, Noelle, that was my plan too. Is like, I want to learn the patterns, and I think this stuff is the perfect way to do it. I really do. And I got the little sheep. Did I show you the sheep, Crystal?
Yes, you did send a picture of that one.
Isn't it cute? And then I think this one was one of the first ones I did, the little froggy. But yeah, those are fun to make, and they don't take all day. You know what I'm saying? I can do a little bit and go do what I got to do and go and do a little bit. By the end of the night, it's done,
Yeah. Welcome in, Kristen F. Welcome in, Cricket. Welcome in, Diana D.
And Kel's Crochet and Katie and Dina Cabaz.
Barry says, Star Trek, yes, sci-fi for the win.
Right. Yeah, Mark loves anything to do with space and Harry Potter.
Well, then you'll have to watch Thursday's video, Barry, because I'll show it then.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. She's going to tantalize us until then. Is that what they call it? Poking at us?
Technically tease y'all about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cold here too, Cal. Diana D is pretty cold. It was a snowstorm on the way home from the doctor, which, by the way, I lost 4 more pounds. So happy.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Dina Cabaz.
Kendra, you haven't watched a Harry Potter movie yet? What is the matter with you, woman?
You got to give them a try. They're good.
Yeah, they're just cute. They're just really cute. Mark just loves them. He loves Dumbledore. That's the grand wizard of the school. That's his favorite dude. And, I like the other guy. I forget his name all the time. The one that has the dragon. With the long hair and the beard, brown beard, and a big guy.
Oh,
Diana Crane says, I found the 4 pounds you lost.
I don't remember.
Yes, Hagrid. Hagrid, that's his name. Thank you, Kirsten. I like Hagrid. I like him. And Mark likes Dumbledore. Gryffindor. Yeah, that's Mark. He's all Gryffindor. Yep. Yeah, Kendra, you got to watch them. They're really cute. They're just really cute. There's a lot of merch out there, for them. And Talia got Mark some. That's why it brought it up to me, is Talia got Mark some merch from Harry Potter, which was cool. Kirsten did not too long ago, got Mark some merch. And, he's just loving it. He just loves the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, I do like Harry Potter also, so.
I'm
not as big on that as I am like Star Trek or Doctor Who, but I mean, I do like Harry Potter, and I have watched the movies several times over, so.
I have never watched Doctor Who.
Oh my God, Mark would love it.
Would he?
It's sci-fi. It's a series that has been on since 1963 or 64. I think
that's why I'm surprised I've never seen it. I have never watched an episode.
Well, the newer episodes are now available on Disney Plus because Disney had bought out rights to air the new Doctor Who. But like on, I think it's Tubi. If y'all have Roku, and Tubi is a free app, the old episodes of Doctor Who from 1960s to 1990s are available on there to watch.
I'll tell Mark. Katie got kittens.
It's science fiction, so I think he would enjoy it. Thank you so much, Katie. And thank you, Kelly, Kel's Crochet Corner, and welcome to the Yarny Cat Club.
Katie got kittens.
Yes, she's going to pick them up today.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I'm so excited for her. Oh,
yeah,
that's
they're
awesome.
Cuties. She posted a picture, I think, yesterday on her community tab of the kittens.
That's, I missed it, yeah.
Well, she's on Friday on my sit and spin, and she plans to show them, so you might want to come and see them.
Oh, absolutely. How many kitties did she get?
2.
2?
And siblings, I believe.
Yeah, I've never seen Doctor Who, so I'll have to tell Mark it's on Tubi and tell him to start watching it, that you recommend it highly.
Yeah, I came across that show in like 2011, watched one episode, and just loved the guy that was playing the doctor at the time. And see how they keep the show going is every few years the doctor will regenerate into a new person.
Doctor. Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
A new person will play the doctor every few years, and that gives it a different take, different feeling, different character.
Yeah, I've
the guy that I was introduced was the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, and I fell in love with his character, and I started going back and watching previous episodes, and eventually I started buying the DVDs. I have almost every season since the reboot in 2005, from the 9th Doctor, 10th Doctor, 11th, 12th. I have some of the 13th. So, I mean, I've got majority of them, but there's still like one season and a couple of specials that have come out in the last few years that I don't have yet. So,
well, by listening to you talk about it, I kind of gathered the thing about the doctors changing, and stuff like that, because you talk about the 9th Doctor and 11th Doctor, whatever. So I kind of figured that, but I've never watched it, not once. And which surprises me because if it started in the 60s, that would have been the time when I was a kid sitting around watching TV. I'm really surprised. But, maybe my mama didn't want me to watch it. I don't know. But she let me watch Star Trek and stuff. So,
It may have not. I mean, it's a British show, so maybe it wasn't too popular in America.
Oh,
I really
okay.
don't know, but it's a British TV show. So, thank you, Dina.
Naked Snail wants to know, is there Doctor Who books?
Yes, I even have a few of those. They
Oh,
have
okay.
comic books. They have regular books you can read. The other night I was talking to Katie about some of the Star Trek books that I have. I have quite a few of the Star Trek Voyager series. But yeah, I have a few Doctor Who books, and I have a couple of their comics. So yeah, they do books. They even
Well,
have a couple of movies out there, I think, too.
my uncle was a big star. He liked Highlander and Star Trek. Those were his two favorites. He collected everything from them. He had the books. I mean, everything.
Mhm.
And he even had a Highlander sword and all. I mean, he was into it. And he was the one I talk about all the time. He was the scientist for NOAA, for the government.
Mhm.
And he was a brilliant man. And those two things were his favorite shows. And when he passed away, I inherited everything of his vehicles, everything. I inherited everything, which I gave out to family and all that kind of stuff. I think my son ended up with a truck and whatever. But one of the things that he had was all these Star Trek books. And I didn't know what to do with them, because I'm a collector, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't know what to do with these. And I ended up giving them away to my cousin, and I have regretted that ever since. Like, man, I wish I'd have kept those Star Trek books. So,
Welcome in Arrow Lover and Jen Reeves and Mateo.
and there are also audiobooks for Doctor Who. Oh, now that I would be interested in because I play a lot of audiobooks when I'm working around the house and doing stuff. I watch YouTube when I'm sitting and crocheting, and when I'm working around the house or whatever, I listen to audiobooks. So maybe that's a way for me to approach it. True Blood, yeah, that was a good show too. Vampire porn. Oh, I should have said that. Is that one of those words that YouTube doesn't like?
No, I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, I love audiobooks because you can just let them play and do your thing. I'm into true crime. That's my thing. Okay. I like space and all that, like Mark does, but not as much. True crime's my thing. Like, I always wanted to be like an FBI profiler. Like, I was literally going to go to college to be this. And then it was feed your kids or go to college, and feeding my kids won. So I had to work and didn't get to do what I wanted to do. So because of that, I have this huge interest in true crime. Like, it's not the gory stuff or that kind of thing. That's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is the way people's brains work. Like, what makes that okay in your life, or what brought you to the point where you thought this was a thing to do, like serial killers and things like that. So that's the kind of stuff I'm interested in, the way the brain works when it comes to true crime and stuff like that. So,
Welcome in, Michelle J.
where you like the
Michelle
narrator, I
Tiger.
feel you, Cal. Yeah. There's a couple books. Like, I have Audible, and that's where I get all my books from. I get that through my Amazon or whatever, Prime. I'm not sure. And sometimes you'll get a narrator that's narrating the books, and you're like, this person gets on my nerves. I can't even listen to this. A book's going to take them 5 hours to read to you. You know what I'm saying? Can I put up with this voice for 5 hours? I don't think so.
Um, ah, I'm trying to read the chat and then it jumped on me. Um, I think not Kendra. I was reading a comment from Kendra, and I think Katie left to go get her babies.
Yay!
Drive 2 hours.
Why
To go get them.
Why are you canceling your Audible, Kels? I'm curious. Why are you canceling it? Is it financial, or is there some reason why you're canceling it?
I know she's not here, but I'll do the cluck for her anyway. I want to say something to VT Redneck. Welcome in, but also I am so sorry. On the Friday live, I don't know if you were still here or not, and I want to say my sincerest apologies. I had finally noticed that when I did the entry giveaway winners, I didn't read the name. I was looking at the picture and I called Arrow Lover's name. So it was actually, I went back, watched the replay, and yes, it was VT Redneck that was chosen. And I just wanted to say, I am so, so sorry about that. And I hope you're still here and hear me say this. It was not intentional. I was looking at the picture and I know Arrow Lover's picture is an A, but I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry for getting y'all mixed up, and hope
I'm sure they understand, Crystal.
Rectify the problem and give extra entries and do all that. So I just wanted to say when you were here that I'm sorry about the mix up.
We're all human, Crystal. I'm sure they understand. Kendra says that she needs some good vibes on Thursday. She's going to have a tough morning that day. So let's all send some good vibes, love, light, and prayers to Kendra for Thursday.
Yes,
for just financial Cal. Yeah, I get that, girl. I get that.
I will keep you in my prayers, Kendra.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Kendra,
you BT Redneck. I felt so bad when I actually realized that your name was drawn as number 1 and I said Arrow Lover, and I almost to the point I was going to cry because I messed up so bad. And I'm glad that Cindy Lulu had brought it to my attention. If I make mistakes like that, I want y'all to tell me, please.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like giving entries to somebody that it was the wrong person. That's not right. And even in my mind, I saw Arrow Lover's name, even though I wasn't looking at the name, I was looking at the picture, and I should have known better that it was not Arrow Lover. It was Arrow Lover's picture is a green A. And VT Rednecks is a Care Bear, a green Care Bear. But I just saw green, and it just my brain went kaput. And
you're human, Crystal.
I'm glad you understand, VT Redneck.
You're human. VT Rednecks understands. Good people right there. They understand. Don't worry.
I don't know if they were there a little later that evening. I never saw them comment. I just didn't want them upset, you know? So
yeah, I get it.
This is the first chance I could get to say apologize. So yeah. But anyway,
I mess up on a regular. People are used to me. I have to recorrect and refix and do all kinds. They're like, it's just crazy, Dee. She'll fix it, whatever it is. Hey, CAG82. I don't know how to say that. So, CAG, maybe. I get my audiobooks free from my library using the library or Libby app or library app. That's cool. You get them for free. See there, Cal? You can get them for free at from your local library. That I did not know.
Grandma Wanda, she's getting 2 kittens.
Yeah, it's so cute. Yeah, that's true, Naked Snail. Cal, use your credits right now because it will keep them for you. Anything you use credits for, you can go back and read. You just can't get more credits if you don't have a subscription. So go and use up those credits immediately before you cancel. Yeah.
Hi, Denyse Lee. Welcome in.
Alex. Yeah, mistakes happen. Exactly, Kim G. We're all human. We make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Just because we're on YouTube doesn't mean we got, we're absolutely professional and we got everything perfect. We're human beings, man. you know?
I didn't want anyone thinking that I was trying to give it to, like cheat
Well,
and say it's this person when it's not this person. And I
I think
just,
people know you well enough to know you're not a cheater, girlfriend.
well, no, I just didn't want
I know.
anyone to
Yeah,
think that because
I
that's not
understand, but
the
you
case
have
at
nothing.
all.
Yeah, I understand, but you have nothing to worry about. We all know what kind of heart you got.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is really cool that you can get it from your local library. How cool is that? Oh, wow. Thanks, Pamela.
Hi, Aunt Pam.
How
I'm
cool is
still
that?
trying to catch up on the chat.
And make it sound. Thank goodness you know.
Barry says I got a new number and now I'm getting random calls from someone named Ashley. Some must be guys because when I answer, the line is silent.
Okay. Yeah, you can keep them, cows. They're always going to be there. So keep your app because basically you've paid for them. And so they're going to be there because at one point I had to cancel my Audible for a while, but I still had my library. And then when I started it up again, I just started adding to my library. So you get to keep your library because you've already paid for it with your monthly subscription. So yeah, you can go back and listen to them. So use up them credits ASAP. That was very kind. 5 new members.
Then my chat just jumped and I'm trying to get down through the chat.
Thank God I'm not a bot. No, D is definitely not a bot. If you watch me for 5 minutes, you can tell that. Oh, no problem, Cal. Like I said, I'm an Audible listener, so I've had it for a long time. And then, like I said, financially things would go crazy for a little while, and I'd have to cancel, and I could keep my library. And then when I could afford it again, I would do it. Actually, that's a present Mark gave me was my Audible subscription back, and so he pays for it every month for me. That's a present from him, so I appreciate that.
See, and I'm not big on audiobooks. When I like to read, I like to have an actual book in my hand. It feels more natural, you know what I mean? And now
I
audiobooks,
agree.
what I will do is I will drift off and quit listening.
But you know why you like books? Because you have young eyes, my friend.
Well,
Yeah, when
yeah.
you got old eyes and you're wearing glasses and bifocals and everything else, and you're trying to read a book, it's very frustrating sometimes. So you have young eyes, my friend. When you get old, you're gonna like them Audible books. Yeah, Mark is a keeper, that's for sure. Yeah, it's really sweet of him because he knew I couldn't afford it, so he paid for my subscription again so that I have my books. So I appreciate that. But
Welcome
most of
in,
my
everyone.
books are on true crime. I'm just being honest. Most of my books, most people be like, "What are you listening to?" Because they're psychiatrists and psychologists and forensic psychologists and all that, and the way they speak and all that. So I have problems reading my pill bottle. I hear you, Aunt Pam. Ain't that the truth? Ah, yeah. When you get to be old, I got glasses. Actually, I have trifocals. So, when you get to be old and you're wearing glasses and bifocals and all that, yeah, read the book to me. Thank you.
Welcome in, Cecilia Geifer.
Yeah, it's half the price. I know that, VT. VT says if you have Amazon Prime, Audibles comes with it. And if you're on SNAP or federal state programs, Amazon Prime's monthly fee is half price. That is a good thing to know, everybody.
Welcome in, Raise Yarn Addiction.
Yeah, a
and Mama
large print
Jan.
Bible. I have a large print Bible. I have a large print everything. Anything I can, anyway.
Okay, so I finally got to Aunt Pam's 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Aunt Pam.
Kel's Crochet Corner is a true crime fanatic as well. She said her and her mom that used to be their thing together. Do you watch Grizzly True Crime, Kel? I'm a Grizzly all the way. I watch Grizzly True Crime all the time. The Interview Room is another one of my faves because I love Dr. Gary Bricado. And let's see, what else? The Lab, Interview Room, Gavin Fitch. I watch him. Gavin Fish. Mostly Grizzly True Crime, though. I really like the way she, does her podcast. But sometimes she covers those trials, and it's like 5 hours long. I don't know. I just want the bullet points. Give me the bullet points. I won't write down. I don't want to sit there and watch 5 hour one day, 4 hour the next. Give me the bullet points. Hello, Suzanne. Suzanne. You never heard of Grizzly? Ah, Grizzly True Crime, Cal. The lady who does it, her name is Gisela K, and she is so intuitive. Like, she investigates everything and deep dives, and she's very informative. I love her. You might want to go check her out. It's called Grizzly True Crime with Gisela K.
Welcome to the new members, Angela's Precious World, Lisa Gadberry, Suzanne the Swedish Yarny Hooker, Joanne B, and Sharon Tippett.
Congratulations, everybody. You get to be a Yarny Cat. Yeah, look her up, Cal. You'll enjoy her. She's really cool. I really enjoy her stuff. I was watching this one lady. I don't remember what her name is. She's a little irritating, to be totally honest with you. She's very pretty and she knows it. Okay. She's one of those. And she's very pretty and she knows it. And while she's telling you crime history, like she goes back and tells you crime history, she's very good at telling you the crime history and the deep dives and all that. But while she's doing it, she's putting on makeup. It's called Makeup Mondays or something. It's very weird. So I can't watch her. I will listen to her, but I can't watch her. And she has way too many commercials. She's sponsored by everybody. So I got kind of irritated with her and I quit. I quit watching her for a while. But like when I have to listen to her, not watch her because of she's right down to her house coat with her hair pulled back, putting on makeup as she's telling the story. It's very strange. I don't think the two kind of go together myself, but like I said, she's a very pretty lady and she knows it. So I think that's what that's about.
Welcome in, Suzanne Goulet.
People are absolutely insane, Kel. I agree with that. Yeah, the makeup, I mean, it's cool, but I don't want to watch this lady put on makeup. I just don't, I have no interest in watching her, but she's really in depth. If you can just get past watching her put on makeup and the fact that she's sponsored by everybody, there's at least 3 commercials that she's sponsored by during the thing, but she's actually a really good storyteller. And I like her, the way she tells the story. But you got to get past watching her put on makeup and the commercials. Diana Crane wants to know if you thought of a crochet along yet.
Yes, I have an idea in mind. I just don't know when. I would have to sit down and film. I'm thinking of a wearable, and doing like, I think there was like, I'm trying to remember how many rows there was and doing like 2 to 3 each video, And then those of you that have never done a wearable, it would be fairly, easy to follow the tutorial.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm doing my saggy scarf contest. Crystal, have you seen my saggy scarf?
Uh-uh.
I don't know if you want me to show it on your channel, but it is okay to show because they haven't banned me or anything. This is this is the contest we're doing now. Me and Mark are big breast cancer awareness advocates. His daughter had breast cancer. My grandma, my aunt. We have pink ribbons around our trees. So I don't want you guys to take this out of context. But my daughter turned 40 about a week and a half ago, and we had a 40th birthday party, and I made this for her. I made another one to show for the contest for this month. But I made this for my daughter for her 40th birthday because she put on my 60th birthday 60 pairs of saggy breasts all over my front yard. Okay, so this scarf was my payback for her. Crystal, look.
Oh, wow.
She loved it. I thought it was going to embarrass her because we had her party at a restaurant. Not at all. She wore it right. She was all fine with it. So I'm glad she liked it. But anyways, yeah, you remember when she did that to my yard? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so we are going to be doing that as the contest. And, I want it to be funny and fun. I mean, put pasties on it and tassels and make it different colors. And, we're just going to have fun with it. It's going to be something silly. But in the grand scheme of things, it's actually a breast cancer awareness thing. Because in October is breast cancer awareness, and me and Mark are big advocates. So I thought this would be something cool that you could have for Breast Cancer Awareness Month or whatever. And it's a scarf, and so. Kel, she said, Dee, when you showed those, I said, I don't remember when I modeled for those. Yeah, so that's what the contest is on my channel this month is we're going to be making the saggy scarf. That's what I call it. And I actually put, I will show the other side. I actually put fiber and softballs in here to give it weight so they really sag down far. And, and this was done on the Addy by Mark. So, you could do it on your knitting machine, or you could just do like single, half double crochet, whatever, to make this part of it. And then attach it in the center and, draw it in and put the baseballs in and all that. So, but you could also use a bag of beans. You could use, plastic Christmas ornaments filled with rice. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could, get that weight you need for the saggy scarf. But everybody seems to be digging it. So that's what we're doing this month. I showed them and everybody fell in love with it. So that's what we're doing. So if you want to get in on it, Crystal, make a saggy scarf.
We will see.
Yeah, I'm doing
Welcome in Sugar Diamond and Pink Opal.
Sugar, Pink Opal. Is that Pink Opal? Is that Pink Opal?
I would think it's like the gem Opal.
Opal, so Pink Opal. Oh, I thought it was Pink Opal. I've always thought that it was Pink Opal. No wonder. Once again, I pronounced something wrong. Pink Opal.
Well, I don't know. How do you pronounce the Pink Opal?
Pink Opal. Okay, so you were right. I'm sorry, Pink Opal. I've been calling you Pink Opal. Leave it to D, man. Like the gemstones. I got it. I collect gemstones. I got it. I don't know why I didn't see that. Thanks,
Hi, Melanie Day. Welcome in. Welcome in. Aisha's handmade items. Momo is okay. She's on the mend. She's got some medicine now from her doctors. She should be starting to feel better in the next few days, hopefully.
Hi, Dina. Tattoos and scars on those girly parts. Well, of course, man. Do whatever you got to do. I got tattoos on mine. I mean, why not? Ah, Aisha. Hello, hello, everybody. Yes, yes, some sweaters don't take a lot of yarn. I mean, there's others I've made where it was like over 2,000 yards, and, because I'm like an extra large, I always make things XX just so it's, I like baggy, and, but some sweaters, like if you cut them off at the hip, rather than make them, longer to the hip or make them like a duster type, if you cut them off at the hip, sometimes you can get away with even an extra large, you can get away with 1,400 yards and you can make a decent sweater,
Yes, Noelle. She is, and the last 2 days she actually got to take her little coat off because it got up to about the 50s, and but then at night it dropped down in the 30s, so it had to go back on once it
That is
hit
the cutest coat.
45 degrees.
That is the cutest coat. She's so cute. Cricket brain says stretch marks. I love it. Ah,
Hi, Cindy Lulu. Welcome in. And speaking of Canella, I'm gonna go check on her real quick. So I'll be right back.
alrighty. Yeah, I thought that scarf would be fun, guys. So if you want to participate, I'll be putting up the video. I'm putting up the video later today of the slideshow for the Hippy Dippy Christmas stocking contest. I'll be putting that up later today and calling some replay winners and stuff. I'm behind schedule because I wasn't feeling real good the other day and when I had planned to do it. So I'm catching up now, but yeah, I'll be putting out the contest rules, on doing it, and then also the prizes that you'll win for grand prize and honorable mention. So I do this once a month, and sometimes it bleeds over into like November and December was stocking month, even though it was for 2 months. It was for Christmas. So. Yes, anybody that made a stocking, be watching out for that video. Sorry it took me so long, but I got taught a easier way to do it by Mama G, to do the slideshow with the names and numbers, and Mama G taught me how to do a much easier way. I like kabooshed all the stuff that I've been working on and started over because this was so quick and easy. And so, thank you, Mama G. Anyways, yeah, so going forward, these slideshows are going to be a lot easier for me. I've figured out how to do it. So, and how is Canella?
She's actually in the garage. So I mean, for some reason she likes to take off and bolt to the road, and it scares the heck out of me.
Heck yeah.
So that's why I go and check on her very often. But she was being a good girl. She was in the garage, and as soon as I opened the door, boom, she's right there at the screen door looking at me. So and the other night, usually when it gets dark, I put her in her cage and put her in there, and then I go inside, do whatever I need to do. But then when I go out, I let her out for 20-30 minutes, put her back in, and then I do that 3 or 4 times a night, and then when I go to bed, she stays in there.
That's good. You guys
But
got
last
a
night I
system.
got adventurous, and I actually let her stay out for about 2.5 hours during nighttime. And she was good. She didn't like take off or get in any fights with any other critters, because the other night there was an animal. I have no idea what it was. I just could hear rustling outside the garage. And she kind of bolted out of the garage. And then I went and picked her up and was holding her, looking around the yard. And then beside the garage by our gate, there was this black mass. I couldn't see what it was. I don't know if it was another cat, if it was a skunk, a possum. I have no clue. And then last night, I walk outside and she's up and walking around, and I smell a skunk. So it must have been a skunk that was around here.
Yeah.
So But we have armadillos, we have possums, we have stray cats that will come over. I mean, I haven't seen this one male that was fighting with Oreo. I've seen him twice and ran him off. But as far as, critters that they don't come around too often, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, we have them all the time here because back in the woods back there we have wetlands. So all the animals come around here to, get that water and whatever, I just want to say something funny that Sally Stevens says. She said she's going to make one of those scarves for her next mammogram appointment. That was funny. Everybody's dropping channels.
Welcome in, Vicky, Oodles and Caboodles.
They're driving your dogs crazy, Cal. We don't have a lot of stray cats. As a matter of fact, I've only seen one other cat than mine. And last night, my cat is in and out because of the cold weather. She doesn't like to use her litter pan. Okay, she doesn't like it. She'd rather go outside and go potty. So that's good with me. That's for me to do. You know what I'm saying? So when she's in and out all day long. And last night I go to let her in. She's scratching at the door. Mark goes, "Don't let her in. She's got a mouse in her mouth." Because she's a hunter, So I had to wait. I wait till she put the mouse down, then I let her in, It's like, you ain't coming in here with that thing. Oh, cool, Anastasia.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Hello, everybody coming in. Demetria. Your dog brought you a bird? Oh, my goodness. You must have a hunter dog. Yeah, my dogs are terrified of everything. They're barking and freaking out and running. My little Frenchies, they freaked out about birds or squirrels. They act all tough. If they see a squirrel running up a tree, they'll bark at the door. We let them out. They take off running like a bolt, get to the tree. As soon as the squirrel moves, they're gone. Scared to death. Oh, beagle. Yeah, there you go. You got a hunter. Yeah.
Hi, Doris Hartman. Welcome in.
I'll have to check them out, Anastasia. Anastasia's going to be selling her hats. And she says she doesn't know if anybody will buy any, but thought I'd at least give it a try. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely support that, Anastasia. You go,
Welcome
girl.
in, HD.
I'm behind or something, I guess. And Oodles came in. Garcia. Hello, everybody. HD's here.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy Lulu. Yeah, I came in late, so if I missed somebody, I apologize. Handmade design. My hair was wet, and when I went to the doctor, so it froze, and it froze, because walking through, and now it's thawing out, so it's itchy a little bit. So I apologize for going like this. I don't got the bugs, I promise. It's just my hair thawed. I used to have a cat that refused to drink from the water bowl. He would only drink from the toilet or the sink tap dripping water. At times he would use the toilet, not the cat pan. Oh, wow. I had a cat named Lucky. She lived to be 28 years old. Okay. Even the vet was like, there's no way this cat's 28. I said, I was born in my linen closet. I've had this cat 28 years. I know how old it is. Anyways, she used the toilet. Like she would literally straddle the seat, and that's where she went to the bathroom. And people would say, no way. And I'd say, yes, she does. And then finally, they'd walk in and the cat would be on the toilet. And they're like, well, I guess I got to wait my turn, And then when she got to be old, she couldn't hold on and straddle the toilet seat like that anymore. So she started doing it to my garbage can in the bathroom. I don't know if it was easier for her because it was in between the toilet and the tub, and she could brace herself or something. But she started going to the bathroom in my garbage can. That's the only place she went. She didn't go pee all over the house or nothing. She just used the toilet. And when she couldn't use the toilet anymore, she would use the wastebasket right next to the toilet. She was a trip. She was a good kitty. I loved her. 28 years she survived. And then I had a cat named Keeper. She was a calico cat, and she lived to be 27.
Wow.
Yeah. People would ask me all the time, what are you feeding them cats? How come they're lasting so long, they were indoor outdoor cats. They would go out and hunt mice and stuff. But I mean, I certainly didn't have the money for bougie cat food. So they just ate whatever I could afford. But one lived to 27 and one lived to 28.
Wow. So I know at 19, a cat is 92 in human years.
Yeah.
So that's wow.
Crazy wow, isn't it? And like I said, when I took Lucky to the vet, I think she was about 24 at that point. And he's like, she's definitely an older cat, but 24? And he like almost argued with me. And I'm like, she was born in my linen closet. Her and Keeper were siblings. Yeah, no. I take that back. Her and one of my other cats was a sibling, and that cat died many years ago. But Lucky continued on. And then I had Keeper and her brother. What was his name? He died early on too. But one of each of those litters lived to 27 and 28. I don't know what the trick was, but they did. And like I said, I couldn't afford bougie cat food, so it wasn't nothing special on my end. I think it was just, God saying them two are staying. So
I'm curious to see how old that cat was. Hold on.
aw, Anastasia. Yeah, see, Anastasia's cat's 14 years old and perfectly healthy. That was the same with my two cats. I never had to take them to the vet for any illness or anything. They were healthy right up to the end. And it was sudden too. Like Keeper, I opened my pantry door and she was in the bottom of my pantry, passed away, and she wasn't sick beforehand. So it was just like sudden. Yeah, but I sure love my kitties and my doggies. I love animals. Yeah.
128
Wow.
is how old a 28-year-old cat is.
Isn't that amazing? And then
Yeah.
my other cat was 27. So not too far after that. Did
So
you
that
see
would
the
be
oldest dog?
124.
Did you see the oldest dog was in its 30s? I think it was a wild dog. Oh, thought it was a wild dog? Wow, can you imagine a dog in its 30s?
I don't know if they age the same as cats. See, cats age 15 years their first year, 9 years their second year, and the third year, and each year up they add 4 years onto their life. So in human
Oh,
years, by the time they reach 3, they're already 15 plus 9 plus 4 is
wow. Yeah, Cricket's son's cat was
30.
24. Yeah, so it does happen. But my vet almost argued with me. I'm like, I was born in my linen closet. I know how old my daughter was when the cat was born. The kitties were born. So I knew how old the cats were because of my daughter, not because I wrote down their birth date, but because of my daughter, because my daughter was 2 when the kitties were born in the linen closet. So then I equated that with her age, and I knew how old my cats were all the time, because of her. So,
Hey, Dee,
hey, what?
can you hear me?
Oh, honey, you sound sick. Yes, I can hear you.
This is day 10 of sick.
Lord have mercy, go lay down, drink some fluids and stuff.
I got it. I'm doing that. I was just heard you talking. Just think how old your cats got from taking excellent care of them. Your children will be 130.
Thank you.
Think about that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be
I'm
long
joking,
gone,
but
so if that happens, I won't know about it unless I'm up there looking down.
yeah. Well, you'll know. Then you can see them. Okay.
By the time a cat is 3 years old, they're already 28.
That is amazing to
And
me.
then each year after that, like their 4th year, they would be 32. And then the next year, you would add another 4 years. Each year after that 3rd year, you add 4 onto their life. And that's what they are in human years.
That's
So,
why they start off having kittens at 4 and 5 months old.
yeah.
Yeah,
As
that makes
babies to
sense.
us.
Yeah, I never
You
thought
know,
about that.
Do what?
I said I never thought about that. Yeah, because they can have babies right away.
Yeah.
when they're
Used
babies.
to-
I want to know if anybody else has this crud.
It's been going around a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, me and Mark wore masks to the
no.
doctors today.
Well, I got medicine yesterday, but my thing is, I'm 77 years old. I have had flu. I have had walking pneumonia. I've had bronchitis. I've had everything you can think of.
Yeah, I hear you, girl.
Never had this before. It
Well,
is impossible to stand it, is all I can tell you. And it starts kind of in the throat, goes to your ear, it goes into your eyes. Your eyes look like blood swimming around in there.
Oodles says she's finally getting over it. It lasted a full month.
Okay, well, there you go. Did her eyes crust shut and pus run out of them every
Good
morning?
Lord.
Every morning. Your ears stop up so bad and hurt you can't stand it.
Oodles says, "Oh, Patricia, I hope you get to feeling better soon."
Well, I thought.
Kim G says, "Patricia, hugs and prayers."
Thank you. I thought the antibiotics would do, and the antibiotic eye drops would help, which is better because my left eye is not so bloody, and I don't mean just blood veins broken in it. I mean bloody.
That's
And
terrible, girl. You sure you shouldn't go to the hospital? That sounds a
well,
little bit.
that's my next option when I take 3 more antibiotics. If nothing's better, they're gonna have to give me IVs.
Yeah, you're going to have to go. That just sounds a little bit more serious than just the crud,
And you cough until you can't breathe.
Girlfriend, I think you should go to the hospital. I say forget waiting 2 more days.
I don't want to go back.
Cindy Lulu says, "Oh, I hope you feel better soon."
So somebody had this for a month.
Yeah, Oodles and
Cricket says,
Caboodles.
and Cricket says she had it since Christmas, and her eyes were like that, horrible, and the cough was terrible as well.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Did her ears swell up on the inside and her glands in her throat big as a tennis ball?
Man, girl, that sounds like you're having some kind of allergic reaction to something.
Well, that's what the itching's coming from. No, I'm scared of this antibiotic because I'm allergic to a lot of them. But I'm
Please go to
suffering.
the hospital. Patricia, quit goofing around and go to the hospital. That sounds way too serious to be sitting there waiting for antibiotics to work. I know you don't like the hospital, girlfriend, but we like you. Could you please go to the hospital? I'm serious.
In 3 more days of
She's gonna try to give a chance for the antibiotics to work because it's a really strong antibiotic.
500 milligrams is something I might possibly be allergic to, so I'm risking
I
that.
don't think you would have already had a reaction.
I'm just itching on my face, so I don't think it's nothing I can't stand. It's not like my heart's gonna stop, but I'm risking that.
I'm gonna take some. Patricia, listen to me.
You
know what I've been through for this past year. You just never know, girlfriend. You never know.
I
You're
know.
going. Please go to the hospital. Stop messing around. Go to the hospital. Good Lord. I'm going to sit here and worry about you.
Well,
Go to the
don't
hospital.
sit there and worry about me. But the thing
Of
is,
course I'm going to.
well, stop it.
You
I'll
stop
be
it. Go to the hospital. I'm stubborn as you are. Go to the hospital.
There's more germs in there than there is in here.
Put a mask on and go.
There's quite a few people agreeing that you need to go to the hospital, but she's only taken the second day of antibiotics. She does want to wait and see if those will at least help some, and then if things don't get better by that, she's gonna go. So
Yeah, I just don't think she should wait. That sounds a little bit more, intense than just the flu. You know what I'm saying? That's not just a
I
crud.
personally think she started with the sinus infection and then got strep throat.
Okay, there we
I
go.
think I got all of that on top of
Because
each
her
other.
sinuses are hurting. Hi, Mark.
Matter of fact, I got what do you call that conference with the doctor? He can see you. What is that?
She had a teleconference yesterday with the doctor
And
where they could see each other.
He
So
could see my whole face was red here, where my whole eye socket.
I understand. I don't trust them things where you do the phone call. I just
no. It's
No.
her doctor here in town.
He could see me.
It's her actual doctor, but they can do a video conference instead of her going into the office where she's sick and exposing everybody. He got on a video chat and just called her in some medicine to our local pharmacy.
Are you going to work?
I love him. He listens to
Okay.
everything I say.
He does. He's a good doctor.
Okay, well, I just really think that sounds a little bit more severe than just, the run of the mill. And after
But I'm better now. I'm standing up, talking to you.
you are a stubborn lady. That's all I can say.
Well, this is me being better. Is all
She actually does sound a little bit better.
This is better.
And she's actually able to get up and get out of bed and do a few things.
And not stagger like a drunk woman.
So, I mean, this is day 10, but on day like 4, she was not getting out of bed at all. So, this is better.
Okay. It don't sound better.
I'm not complaining. I wanted to know if anybody else had this.
And it looks like they have. Yeah.
See, we had a bad norther come through.
The naked snail, Patricia. The germs in the hospital are contained. You're not going to catch anything else. Listen to Dee, please.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got you on that. I got you on that. Had to put my sister, as you know.
Well, if you were in Texas, I'd come there, wrap you in a tarp, and throw you in the car, and we'd go, whether you liked it or not.
Well, get you behind in your 18-wheeler and come get me. No. In the nursing home where I had to put my sister, which I went in there and took 3 carloads of donations not too long ago. And they had COVID and it went rampant in there, and whether they had masks or not. So it is in those places.
Darcy is saying antibiotics take 24 to 48 hours to work, but make sure you drink plenty of water with them as well.
She's been drinking a lot of
Yes,
fluids.
ma'am. I came in here to make some pineapple juice, and I heard her talking about cats' lives, and I was just going to tell you, your kids will live long since your cats live so long.
Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. I love you, but I wish you'd go to the hospital. It'd make me feel a lot better.
Lisa,
I will go in 3 days if this isn't at least 50% better.
Okay.
She already said that the day that she got the antibiotics from the doctor.
Yeah.
He said if there's no improvement by the end of the antibiotics, so.
Because it's messing with my vision. I can't read very well now. So I can't crochet. I can't knit. Can't do anything.
Chris, so keep an eye on her stubborn butt, will you?
I have been.
Hey, my butt's okay.
I thought she was out the room.
I admit.
She called me. I thought she was out the room.
I am almost out the room.
Yeah, she's almost to the hall.
Keep talking. Keep talking. I'm down the hall. Keep talking. I can
I'm
hear
just
you.
as ornery as you are, Patricia. You better watch out.
I am watching out, and I know you're just as ornery as I am. Get in your 18-wheeler and come drag me off.
If I lived in Texas, your butt be in the hospital.
Yeah.
She has Benadryl, Kelly. She
What?
has Benadryl in there.
Oh, Benadryl makes me wake up.
No, I'm saying they're saying if it's an allergic reaction, you need to
Yes.
take some Benadryl.
Yes, and I'll call him right away.
Sally says her ears work.
Yes, her ears are working.
Even stopped up and infected, I can still hear you down at my room at the end of the hall.
Hey, Melanie, Jay's got a good point. What about an urgent care? If you don't want to go to the hospital, what about just going and getting seen at
That's
an
what she
urgent-
is calling the hospital, the urgent care.
Okay.
Yeah, because
The
our
here's crap.
hospital,
It's crap.
it's crap.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a couple of those around
It's right
here.
across the street from the actual hospital. So
Yeah.
this is how bad our hospital was. My grandfather was having a cardiac problem, and he was going to drive himself to 30, 40 minutes away to a different hospital just to not go to ours.
Wow. That speaks volumes right there.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
That's the truth. No, the 22nd of February, a year ago, I was driving down the road and two cars crashed into each other, spinning around the street, ran me in the ditch, and I ended up, well, it was a long story, but anyway, they wanted to take me to the hospital. I said, I'm not going here. And he said, and I said, yeah, I know. That's the only way you get paid is if you take me there, right? Fine. I'll get somebody to take me from there across the street to the other one. So I get over there. Because I absolutely will not go in there. Now, here's another reason I'm not going there. After going all the way to that, to two hospitals and two emergency rooms, they wanted to do a colonoscopy and endoscopy. So I get over here and I tell them, I don't want to go to this hospital to do that. Oh, it'll be all right. It's just a test. Guess what? They broke my flipping face.
Oh, I remember that.
They broke my face, and it took 2 weeks till I could even bite something because they pushed my teeth in. They swelled my lips up as far as my nose. They just scratched it, meat coming off.
It was that hospital that did that to her.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
oh my
why she didn't
God.
want to have the procedure done there at that hospital.
So I
she
just won't go in there.
I don't blame you.
And they had the nerve that they said, oh, well, it's not the doctor, it's the antibiotics, the anesthesiologist. And he had the nerve to send me a bill for $950.
She didn't pay it.
You know where that bill is, don't you?
In the garbage.
Thank you. Right away.
Cricket is saying peppermint tea and eat raw garlic. I know you're not a fan of garlic, but that might help.
I know.
I love that.
Onion and garlic soup a while ago.
You darn.
That. Yeah. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna go lay down again. I just came through.
Hi, Don Val. Welcome in.
Okay.
Yes,
we feel better. You feel better. I love you.
She loves you.
I love her right back.
She loves you right back.
All the way from Texas.
All the way from Michigan.
I can hear you.
She's like, don't be ornery, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, that's true, Laura. Sitting around waiting for hours and hours and hours to get answers. So irritating. That's like today, I just had my normal, monthly visit to my doctor to get my scripts and all that kind of stuff. And, he likes to check Mark's blood pressure. So we always, Mark has high blood pressure. And so we always go together, and I just go ahead and go every month with Mark. And what was the point? I told him, I said, Mark, he made the appointment without telling me for today. And I was like, Mark, I have to be at Crystal's at 2:00. And he's like, and it's, 40 minutes away. I'm like, how are we going to do this? This isn't even physically possible. And then to top things off, the doctor is his buddy. So when we go in there, he wants to chit chat and talk about cars and talk about hunting and all this stuff. I'm like, Do not start conversations. We got to get in there, get out, and fly home. And then it starts snowing, you know? But yeah, some doctors, you wait and wait and wait. Thank God that this doctor is his buddy because he always takes us right in, and which is cool. But yeah, when I was going to the heart doctor, when I had my stroke and I was going to the neurologist and all that, 3 hours later, they call you in. Why even set an appointment if you know you got that many people there? Why set an appointment where someone's got to sit and wait for 3 hours? I just don't get the logic of that.
Yeah.
Hurry up and wait. Yeah, that's exactly it, Melanie. Hurry up, get here. You got to be here on time, or we're going to reschedule your appointment, and then you sit in the waiting room for 3 hours. Make that make sense, you know?
I wouldn't think it would be a problem, Kel. But I really don't know. Maybe try to Google it.
Blistex, I don't think that would really bother a dog. It's basically just petroleum, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because it might work as a laxative for the
I was
dog.
just going to say, I think you might have a dog that's got to poop here in about a minute. Yeah, arrive 15 minutes early. Yeah, they say that here too, Arrow. Arrive 15 minutes early, as if you're going to make me sit here 3 hours. You want me there 15 minutes earlier? Yeah, no. Oh, Cricket says to cut up the garlic and swallow it like an aspirin. So you ain't got to like chew it. Just swallow it like an aspirin. I love garlic. I put garlic in everything. So I got enough garlic for everybody. So,
And I actually love garlic by itself. I will sit and eat like little pieces of it by itself. But Mama, she likes the garlic powder or garlic salt in everything. But
I
she
don't
can't
use salt.
tolerate raw garlic because it's so pungent. But that is a good idea about cutting it up and swallowing it like
So just swallow like an aspirin. That's a really good idea. I don't cook with salt or pepper. I figure, you can put as much as you want on it when you get it. And I don't use salt. There's only a couple things I use salt on. I use it on potatoes, eggs, and tomatoes. Those 3 things. If I have those things on my plate, there'll be a little bit of salt. I'm not much for salt, but yeah, garlic is a virus killer. You're right, Cricket. I love garlic, so that's fine with me. I put minced garlic in everything.
Hi, Shelly, forever blessed.
Oh, it's the same way here, Laura. It's not just in Ontario. They'll have you sitting there all day, all night, won't give you nothing to eat or drink till after the tests are done. That's the way they do you. I think that's anywhere. I really do. I think that's anywhere. Yeah, Darcy, I love garlic. I put garlic on everything. I put garlic on things that people would never think to put garlic on because I love it so much. But I'm not much for salt. I like lots of pepper. Like people look at me crazy when I'm putting pepper on my food because I like so much pepper. I don't know why. I always have like black pepper, which is also good for you.
Yeah. Another like
Storm's Radio. What's his name?
Barry.
Barry says he grows his own garlic every summer. Ooh, yum.
Oh, that sounds good, Dragon Cat.
Yes, it does. I was just listening to that. That sounds good. You guys are making me hungry now. I like pepper on my salad. See, I like pepper. I'm not a big salt fan. I like lots of garlic. I'm weird because I don't use condiments. Like I don't use jelly and syrup and ketchup and mustard. I don't use that stuff, Once in a while, I'll use mayonnaise. Once in a while, I'll use honey instead, I'd rather use honey instead of local honey, instead of like jelly or, syrup on pancakes or anything like that. I use honey. But I don't know. I've never been much for condiments. And I don't know if my mom ever had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but we always had peanut butter and honey. My mom was a health food fanatic, okay? And she was old hippie, and we grew up eating tofu, and everything was grown in our garden or hunted by our family. And we didn't do a whole lot of grocery shopping, you know what I'm saying? So, and she, my grandma was an herbalist, so my grandma's always growing herbs, and everybody in the family had farms or at least a big garden. So, I didn't grow up. Matter of fact, I think I was 13 years old before I ever had a pizza or a McDonald's hamburger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my family was not into already made foods or restaurant foods or whatever. We made our own, And like my favorite meat is buffalo. And most people have never even eaten buffalo. That's my favorite meat.
Yeah.
Most people have never eaten it, but that's my favorite meat. It's lean, it tastes like a steak, and it's lean, and it's not hard to chew. It's delightful, and that's one of my favorites. Now, elk is a little greasy. It's a little bit of a greasier meat. So, but like I grew up eating that kind of stuff, more so than McDonald's or whatever. I remember the first time I had McDonald's, this is wonderful, because I'd never had anything like that before.
Yeah, I would call that cinnamon toaster a lover.
Yeah, I do that too, because I love cinnamon and butter. Yeah, gotta have butter. I didn't get these hips from not eating butter, I'll tell you that. Yeah, little butter. I don't eat sugar, but I do eat, like natural sweetener. And I'll put that in butter and cinnamon. That's good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Dina, buffalo is really good. I mean, it is a very healthy, lean meat, and it tastes like a steak, but it's not real hard to chew. You prefer deer meat? See, I grew up on venison. Our freezers are always full of venison. So to me, it's it's like, oh, I've eaten so much of it over my lifetime that, you know what I mean? It's not nothing special, you know. Venison ain't nothing special to me now, but buffalo, that was a special treat.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. You got a free breakfast from McDonald's. Yeah, I had went to visit my cousin, I think it was, and they're the ones that took me to McDonald's for the first time. And my aunt, I think, was the first one to ever like get a delivered pizza, and I ate pizza, and we just didn't eat like that. My grandma always made applesauce and, things like, I mean, we bought nothing from the stores.
Bye, Cricket.
Bye, Cricket. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, I think it's, I mean, nowadays, we got chemicals in the soil and we got chemicals in the water and all that kind of stuff. It's not as good for you as it used to be, but it's definitely better for you than the grocery store stuff. But as I get older, it's harder and harder for me to, take care of a garden and all that kind of stuff. So that part kind of sucks. Oh yeah, deer is great. I love deer, but I grew up on that was our main meat. You know, deer and chicken, those were our main meat. So, getting some elk or some buffalo or something like that, that was a treat.
Well, I'm glad to find out it's not toxic, Kelly, but can cause vomiting and diarrhea. Maybe that's if they eat a lot of it. Since you said it wasn't very much, then
I'll tell you
maybe.
what I would do. I would feed them something that they really like, like soft dog food or, tuna fish or whatever it is that dog would eat up real quick, and have them eat it up real quick, and hopefully it'll go poop and get rid of it. I mean, I'm just being real. That's what I would do. you know, whatever would make them go to the bathroom and go quick, you know. We loved by a Buffalo Ranch. Oh, how cool, Oodles. When I was younger, so it was a special treat for us. I love buffalo jerky. Yeah, me too. Yeah, stuff just, you know, yeah. Like we buy now that me and Mark are older and whatever, and like I said, you know, we don't really, you know, do a garden. I'd like to maybe try again this year. It's been real hectic, as you guys know, around our house for a while now. So hopefully this year we can try a garden. But we have farms all around us. So, you know, I mean, I buy local honey from a lady that lives like 4 streets, you know, like well, what you would call 4 houses, but it's actually about a mile away. Um, I buy honey from her. Mark's son has turkeys and chickens. We get our eggs from the chickens and all that. You know, local farmers here we buy. They have their little stands out by the road. That's where we get our vegetables from because we couldn't grow a garden. So we try to eat as much. Yeah, buffalo burgers at Paula is good. Yep, you're absolutely right, Great Granny C. You can get buffalo burgers at powwows and fry bread and corn soup and all that stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, it's time to get a greenhouse. You ain't kidding, Kendra. The world has gone nuts. We need to start taking care of ourselves, you know.
Yeah, I have heard that about dogs too. Barry.
What's that?
That he says, sadly, dogs do not have the natural trigger in their stomach that tells them to stop eating and they will overeat until it makes them sick.
Yeah, that's true. My dog Gypsy, she's my little chubby one, and she eats fast too. And like we have to go, okay, Gyps, you know, that's enough. We'll lay down, you know, because she'll eat so fast and then she'll start gagging, you know. And I know that she's over 8, you know. Now that's my little chubby dog. I call her my pretty girl because she's so pretty. Yeah.
Welcome in, Stella's mom.
Yeah, I don't know if you can buy buffalo meat online or nothing. I've never tried. Um, yeah, I used to do canning when I was a kid, and honestly, I haven't done it in many years. Like I said, I've had a few rough years. This last one being the worst, but nevertheless, I've had a few rough years. So I want to get back into the swing of things and do some canning and have a garden, and you know, now that things have calmed down, and yeah, I think we need to start taking better care of ourselves as far as that goes. Every other day, something's getting recalled from the grocery store, you know, stuff like that. I think we need to go back to the way it used to be. Start eating more of our own stuff and stuff we can monitor that ain't getting sprayed with stuff, and you know.
And sadly, our chickens are not laying right now, so I don't know how much a dozen eggs was here, but yeah, they're pretty high everywhere. Not Stella, Diana D, where she is, they're $8 now.
Wow, for a
Stella
dozen eggs.
$10 where they live. Dina says they're $10 a dozen there. I knew a couple of years ago that in New York they were $10 or $11 a dozen.
I knew that was coming. Eggs were good, affordable breakfast. Yeah, they always seem to zap us, you know. I know it. 5:15. Barry says 5:15 at Dollar General in
Yeah,
town.
he's in Kentucky. So
Oh, okay. I used to live in Kentucky. Yeah, bird flu has been found all over the USA. Yeah, Noel says only $5 there. It's getting cheaper. Where do you live at, Noel? You want to ship us all some eggs? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no
bird flu
kidding.
was also found, I think, in some kind of pet food, like the ones that are in the frozen, like the fresh pet type stuff. You know, it's like
Oh,
the frozen food. I think they found it in some of those up like in around Oregon area. I'm not really sure what state, but I know it was up in that direction.
My cousin Paul just got out of the hospital. He had that new bacterial pneumonia and that bird flu. Almost took him out. He just got out of the hospital, I think, like a week ago, and he had that bird flu. So evidently, it's around here too, because he don't live that far from me. We live in like one township, and he lives in another. You know, like we're not too far apart. And he had that bird flu and that bacterial pneumonia. So I told Mark, mask, mask, mask. If you're out in public, mask, mask. You know, I realize they don't do 100%, but something's better than nothing, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Noelle is in Wyoming.
Oh, okay.
Or
So you're,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin
WI,
isn't far from me.
Sorry about that.
Stella's mom. Yeah, what 453 Kinder says in
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Yeah. I always want to say New Hampshire when I see that M. I don't know why. Aldi's yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My cousin was just in the hospital, Diana. My cousin Paul. He had that bacterial pneumonia and the bird flu. I didn't know people could get the bird flu either.
I didn't either. I'm going to be right back.
All right. But yeah, I think we'd be much better off. I mean, even if you live in the city, put a flower pot out, put yourself a tomato plant in there, or, you know, garlic or whatever. I think we'd do much better if we started, you know, going back to the way it used to be, where we grew our own food and things like that. You know, I think we'd be a lot healthier. I think a lot of the stuff that's going on in this world comes from all this processed food. That's just me. You know, I'm not per se a conspiracy theorist, but I kind of think that some of these things are making sense, you know? Yeah. Yeah, my cousin just got out of the hospital with that bird flu. It almost took him out too. Yeah, we're in farm country, so spread by cows makes sense. Yeah, Dina, I just feel like, you know, like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist per se, but I do believe that a lot of things they're doing out there is, you know, I don't know if they thought ahead. You know, it's like, you know, what is this going to do to people? Oh, this makes it taste better, last longer, whatever. And they put this stuff in our food, and, you know, and then end up down the road, we find out that it wasn't so good for us after all, you know. I don't know. I think we'd be better off, even if you live in the city, put a few flower pots out there, get your raised garden or something like that, and start growing your own stuff, you know, so you ain't got to rely on these grocery stores. Because I'm getting to where I don't even trust them no more. Everybody's getting sick.
I went to go check on Canella. She's finally went and got on her bed on the shelf and went to sleep.
Oh, good.
Ah,
Too bad you ain't got a fenced yard or some, you know, some way to block her, you know. I don't know. Not that.
she climbed up. We had a
Yeah, my cat would jump right over a fence. So
chain link fence, and she climbed up it and got on the tree. And I'm like, "You're okay." So the dog next door is just loose in the backyard, but there's the chain link fence, and there's a cut tree where the top of the tree that's cut, and here's the top of the fence. She climbed up that chain link fence and got on top of the tree in the backyard. And I'm just like, no, no, no. What, don't go down that other side. So I get a ladder and get her off. But she has only done that twice.
Angela says she grows vegetables in 5-gallon buckets every year. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have to have a big old yard. Grow a couple tomato plants, some lettuce, some, you know, the things that you use in your family. You know, make a little raised, flower bed kind of thing on your back porch. Grow your own, you know, grow some of your own stuff. You know, or Summer says $4.53 at Walmart for a dozen eggs.
If you go and dig in the garden, you might can find some garlic bulbs.
Yeah,
you might. But D,
What?
This is a thing, homeopathic potion, Indian type thing you might know.
What's that?
Well, I'm thinking about that you take slices of onion.
Onions are good for you.
And you chop, no, and you chop, yeah, no. and somebody said onion and garlic a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's your favorite.
and chop up the garlic, and it's crazy, but you take that and you put it on the bottom of your feet, and you wrap that up, and you put a baggie on there and socks, and you keep that on there like overnight, and it's supposed to suck out toxins and poisons out of your body.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. Yeah.
Somebody said cut an onion
Yes.
and set it in your room, and it's supposed to draw.
I've dehydrated all my onions, and they're in the freezer in jars that don't do me any good. So I'm gonna try to call in an order at HEB. Will you go pick it up?
Yeah.
Right answer. Good girl. Yes, thank you. Do you need anything?
You know what, Barry? I went to Mexico. Me and Mark went to Mexico for my son's wedding. That's where he had his wedding on the beach here. It was beautiful, and I'd never been to Mexico before. Oh my gosh, I love it there. But anyways, going in to their, like a part of this bougie hotel we were in is all the food, all the meals were included, and they had like this big restaurant thing. It was all fancy, and they don't really use sugar in their desserts. That, like you were saying, the lists of what the ingredients are in their food, because they gave you lists of all this stuff. Us being American and going over there to Mexico, they want to tell you what's in the food, And you're right, the lists were so much smaller, and they didn't use a lot of the crap that we use in our food. It was unbelievable. Yeah. And what struck me was the sugar. Like, I don't eat sugar, but I didn't know you could make a chocolate dessert without sugar of some sort. They don't even use sweetener. They don't use sugar. And I can honestly say that I didn't find it that awesome. It was like, okay, because I tried. I'm not a big dessert eater, but I tried it because Mark was like, this is weird. Taste this, or whatever, because he loves sweets, He was like, taste this. He goes, there ain't no sugar in it. Taste it. And so I tasted it, and I was like, I don't know if I like that or not, because they don't have no sugar in their chocolate,
Well, isn't that what that Kennedy guy's trying to do? Get some of the artificial coloring in the cereal out and use blueberries and carrots rather than
I think that's
chemical stuff. Isn't that what he's trying to do?
Stella's mom says you can put the dehydrated onions in a little bit of water and set them in your room. And then Noel says you can actualize the center of an onion, absorb viruses after a day. The middle turns purple or black.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I did it one time years and years and years ago, but I forgot about it till somebody said the garlic and the thing. Okay, I'm going to go see if I can call it in.
Yeah.
Working, Mandy.
Trey.
Trey, join her.
Tell them my poultice for a spider bite.
You make up a poultice of potato, egg white. You grate the potato. Then you take egg white and salt, and then you put it on, cover it with the bandage, and leave it on, and it draws out the venom from a spider bite.
Well, that would have been good to know.
It will turn green, green, green. You change it 2 or 3 times a day, and you're fine.
I have scars all over my face from spider bites. I told you the story. I was an accountant for 4 brothers, and they all owned all these businesses, and they had mainly to do with collision and towing companies, things like that. It was all cars. Well, after Katrina hit, they went and bought a bunch of cars and redid all these cars, and there was spiders in there that I'd never seen before coming out of them cars. Well, this was a big fancy company, and rather than have, some, what do they call them? Guys that kill bugs in your house. Exterminator. Instead of having an exterminator, he just gave all the guys that work there cans of Raid, like that's going to help. Well, my office was way in the back, because I was accountant, I was making paychecks and stuff. And so my little office was in the back. It was a real nice office, real clean, carpet, windows. I mean, it's nice. and I had a drop ceiling in there. Well, here we get all these cards from Katrina, and the spiders evidently had crawled up into my ceiling, because the rest of the warehouse was like a warehouse. It had big, tall metal beams and all that, but my office had a drop ceiling and carpet and all that. So anyways, I'm sitting there doing paperwork, and I can hear something scratching, just real faint, just scratching. And I'm thinking, must have got a mouse in here or something. I didn't think anything of it, so I just continued on. And all of a sudden, out of the heater vent that was directly above my head, like 5 different kinds of spiders I have never seen before. There was a lime green one. There was like a black one. There was a furry one. And I'm terrified of spiders. They're like my biggest fear. I have a phobia about them. Anyways, I literally got showered with spiders. They just dropped with their webs from that heater duct and dropped all over me. They were running all over me. I was screaming, freaking out. Well, I got scars all over my face from spider bites. And the one spider that bit me right here where my worst wound was. Actually, when I pushed on my eye, because my eye swelled up, when I pushed on my eye, out of my tear duct came black fluid. And I went to the hospital, and they said that was the spider venom. Like they inject a fly, let's say, and it turns their innards into a liquid. And then they come back later and suck it out the fly, and the fly body's still there, but they've gotten everything they wanted out of it. Well, that's the same thing that this spider tried to do to my eye. I almost lost my left eye because of spiders. I will never forget that. I'm terrified of spiders, but I wish I'd have known about that spider venom because I had bites all over me. I was covered in them. And the weirdest spiders I had never seen in Michigan. They come from them cars that they brought from Katrina. So it was horrible. I'll never forget it. And that's why I'm terrified. One of the reasons I'm terrified of spiders. But I wish I would have known about that venom thing because that probably would have been helpful. I had a circle on my cheek from my eye, the corner of my eye, all the way down like this. It just rotted away on my cheek. Over here on my chin. Here I had a hole. I have scars all over my face from spider bites. Pretty yucky, huh? Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to freak you out. But when you start mentioning stuff that would get rid of spider venom, I was like, dang, I wish I'd have known that. Especially back then, man. I'm sorry. I didn't give you all the heebie-jeebies.
My prayers. Hope your pipes unfreeze without any problems.
Yeah. Yeah, and I gave myself the heebie-jeebies now. Thinking about them spiders. But there was a bunch of them, and they just dropped from the ceiling all over me. All over me. It was crazy. So I knew if he didn't get an exterminator, I was watching out for him. I had a can of Raid too. Like, I'm watching around for spiders because I know they was going to come to my office. No, I didn't sue him, Darcia. I've never been that type, but at this point, thinking back, I probably should have. I'm sorry. I swallowed wrong. I probably should have sued him. At that time, I never thought about that. I wasn't the type to think about that, but I probably should have. Gone there, slept with a knee eye over her head so bugs wouldn't get into her eyes, nose, and ears. I know, right? That is not a bad idea, actually. But I don't have that problem here. I better knock on wood. We don't get too many spiders around here. Yesterday, though, I was vacuuming. I did suck one up in the vacuum. Then I'm screaming to Mark, there's a spider in the vacuum cleaner. He's like, D, it's dead. Mark, just dump it out. Take it outside. Dump it out. I didn't want to dump it in the trash can and that spider be alive. Just take it outside. I just moved things. Can't deal with them.
All right, we are coming up on 2 hours, so we're going to go ahead and do the entry giveaway. And I don't know why, but we are going to use the keyword yellow.
Okay. Yellow works for me. Sorry, I talked you guys' ears off today.
Oh, it's fine.
Hello, Doris. Yeah, that's what I would have done, Kel. That's a good idea. Put the bacon in there. You know, get them to go to the bathroom as quick as possible. Get that out of their system, you know?
Yeah, hopefully. Oh,
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, that would be the biggest thing, just to get it out of them, you know? Get it out of the system. The sooner the better. Dogs love bacon. So do people.
Hi, Mary Hayne. Welcome in.
Hi, Mary.
We're up to 25.
I did sleep good last night. Tossing and turning. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep.
I fell asleep with my TV on.
The dog got into a tube of bliss stats.
Rolling across, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was watching true crime, of course, as FBI files or something last night when I fell asleep. And I woke up in the middle of the night to a tennis match. I was like, what the heck? I don't watch tennis. What's that about? That was Bliss X, Diana, that her doggy ate.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too toxic, but I'd want to get it out of his system as soon as possible. Just keep feeding him till he's got to go potty. Oh, your dog knocked you down.
Oh,
I tell you, Bo Diddley's knocked me down a couple times, so I hope you feel better, girlfriend. Yeah, Bo Diddley, he's a big old moose, and he's just strong. He's not aggressive. He just will come and just lean on you, you know. And I mean, he's heavy. He's 110 pounds, and he's solid muscle. Yeah, I don't think anybody's getting sleep. Are you sleeping good, Crystal?
I slept pretty good last night.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I shouldn't have asked. I'm jealous.
I think I went to bed at around 2 and woke up at like about 9 and didn't get up till 9:30. But like I said, I fell asleep with my TV going, but see, I don't have autoplay turned on, so it don't go to the next episode of whatever I'm watching. It just stops.
Yeah.
So like if that happens, I don't wake up and be like, well, what episode was I watching? Where did I leave off?
I am like that. I am like that.
It was that episode, you know.
That's a good idea. I never thought about it that way. Yeah.
My screensaver just scrolling across the screen, and I'm like, so I reach over, grab my TV remote, turn it off.
That's a good idea. I never thought about that because I just let it run. And then I have to try to figure out what the last thing I was watching was. I never thought about not putting it on autoplay. You know, you just throw out these random things that can change people's lives with the technology, you know?
Because after the first time I had fallen asleep, and normally I'm very good about turning my TV off when I'm going to bed. I only when I'm so super tired, that's when I fall asleep to it on. I don't even realize I'm that tired. Then I wake up and I fell asleep, didn't even know it. But I turned that off, turned the autoplay off on Hulu and Paramount Plus and on Philo. Well, Philo plays by itself anyway. I don't think there's a way to turn that off. But on Hulu and Paramount Plus, I turned the autoplay off so it don't go to the next episode. Because when I do fall asleep in the middle of an episode, I'll wake up and I'm 2 or 3 episodes in after the one I fell asleep to. And I'm like thinking, okay, well, which one was I on? And then I have to go through and
that's me right there. That's me.
Yeah.
Barry says he shot both of his TVs 3 years ago. Can't stand to have one in the house. Just pulled out the piece and let it have it.
Wow, shut it.
That's a bit aggressive. You could have just unplugged it.
Yeah.
Ah, oh, that's a good idea, Melanie. She said Jerry turns YouTube on a snowfall with a fireplace with a darker background to go to sleep to. And I like to hear the talking. No, that's what, I can lay there and go to sleep. It's
All
not
right,
a
we're at
requirement.
2:30.
They can sound like storms, literally shot.
I would bet so, Demetra.
He said that's a little aggressive. Just unplug it.
Laugh out loud, yes. What did I say? Yep.
Yes. Okay. Well, I hope your neighbors are okay with it. Jesus. Elvis style, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I love rainstorms. Now that one would probably put me nice and good to sleep, like a rainstorm where you hear the water. Oh, I'll have to check that out, Melanie. Yeah, I don't think those TVs stood a chance against a 12 gauge. Most definitely.
All right, we're still holding at 30, so we're going to go ahead and draw. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Kale's Crochet Corner is the first one.
Yay, congratulations, cows.
Congrats, Kelly. All right. Second one.
Kim G.
Kim G, congrats.
Congratulations, Kim.
All right. Third one. Good luck.
Went
Oh,
sideways. I think it's Noel. Yep, Noel. Congratulations, Noel. Krista froze up. I don't know what happened. Congratulations, Noel. Give her a sec. Tech Wizard will be back. Uh-oh. Hey, G. Her phone died. Oh, no. It made me look at mine. I better make sure. Thank you, Denyse Lee. If I could crow like a chicken, I would, but I can't. She'll be back. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Okay, I don't know what happened. I think she'll be back. She probably have to go run to her laptop or something and bring it up on there. Hi, Jen Reeves. No, Dragon Cat, I'm in Michigan. I'm not in Canada, I'm in Michigan. Although I've spent a lot of time in Canada. I'm in Michigan. I'm not too far from the border, you know. So I've spent a lot of time in Canada. And I have a lot of friends on native reserves there in Canada. So what have I been working on? I've been working on these doggone things, Darcia. This right here is a nightmare. But I've been working on all these book markers, these amigurumi book markers, and this one right here I could not figure out for the life of me. But this is the one I've been working on. It's a flamingo, has big long legs, but this part right here was the problem. There she comes. Yeah, that was the big problem. So that's what I've been working on, but I've got YouTube videos I've been working on too. So I haven't got a lot of crocheting done last day or so. Okay, we are looking at a couch. Now we're looking at a kitty.
Sorry about that. I forgot. This is the phone I use for my sit and spin. And my other phone just died. I didn't get any warning or nothing. It just went kaput out on me. So,
oh, that's so nice. Thanks, G. D, I live close to Curve Lake. Do you visit there? Curve Lake. Sounds familiar, but I don't think so. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Darcia. Yeah, I've been working on these they're called bookies. I've been working on these bookmarks. That's all. That's the only crochet I've gotten done this week because it's been a hectic week. Here she is.
sorry about that. So since I'm down to this phone that I was drawing the winners on, I went ahead and drew. And Noelle was the third one.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Doris Artman, you're number 4.
Congratulations,
And
Doris.
Jeans by Anastasia, you're number 5.
Congratulations, Anastasia. Hey, yo, Crystal's back.
And then I also saw somebody, Denyse Lee. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for supporting my friend Crystal.
Welcome in, Mama G.
The mail lady must be here,
Yeah,
Bo
I didn't even realize it was fixing to cut off. And I'm glad this phone was fully charged. It has 84%. So
so we can go on for a couple more hours. That's
well, I had to be on to end the live, so I had to get on somehow.
I know. I'm teasing you. Oh, she's got 84%. We can sit here for another couple hours, you know. Yes, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you so much for supporting Crystal.
Yes, thank you, everybody. And congrats, Kelly, Kim, Noelle, Doris, and Gems by Anastasia. Y'all will each get 2 entries each. And so sorry about wasn't able to.
I'm doing the order.
Okay. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and probably wrap up. And Mama is going to go place a pickup order. I'm going to go get that for her. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Dee, for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. I love you guys so much. And thank you for hanging out with us, guys. We love you.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care. Stay safe and stay warm. Big hugs to everybody. Bye for now, y'all.
Later, Gators.